Thanks for joining us today. Today actually I'm going to take you to Spain, a coastal region of Valencia. Cooking lobster should be very simple. It takes only like maximum 10 minutes to cook a perfect lobster, and a la plancha means cooking a lobster on a flat grill, and today I'm going to finish it with a white wine butter sauce. We are actually using a freshly caught lobster from Maine, and the ingredients are going to be scallion, heirloom tomatoes, some fresh lemon, some green chilies. I always like to spice it up, fresh garlic, clarified butter, Pinot Grigio wine from Italy, and some sea salt. That's it, simple as that. So first we finish your lobster seasoned with some clarified butter. It's very easy to make a dish with simple ingredients. Don't complicate it with it. That way the actual main ingredient speaks for itself. Some sea salt, some scallion, a little bit of garlic, and I'm going to take a piece of paper. I don't want to get my hands dirty, just mop it up. Extra virgin olive oil, drizzle it. So what are we going to do? We are going to sear this. By searing it, the whole flavor is going to be inside the lobster, and then we are going to finish in the oven. But back in Spain, they actually finish the whole thing on the grill. But in this case, at home, you won't be able to finish the whole thing on the grill. You don't want to get the smoke and everything. So I'm doing a home version for you. So right now, I'm taking a lobster. Slowly cooking it. So while the lobster is cooking, as the Spanish people do, you always deglaze with some white wine. That gives you a nice aroma and flavor. You can hear the smell and the sizzling. I want to leave this lobster for like around 3-4 minutes, and then I don't want to overcook it, and then I'm going to finish in the oven. You can see the lobster is moving. That shows the lobster is fresh. So now the one side is seared. I'm going to turn this around. Nice and juicy. Now that we got the color, I'm going to take the lobster, bring it back to my table. Once again, this is a recipe that everybody can make it at home. So right now what I'm going to do, a bit more butter. Remember, clarified butter is actually good for you. A regular butter, it has more bad cholesterol, but clarified butter is actually good for your health. And I'm going to apply some more garlic, more seasoning, some black pepper. I'm going to put some heirloom tomatoes on top of it. When it caramelizes, that acidity will enhance the flavor. Some more scallion. And as I told you, few chilies. Extra virgin olive oil. Some white wine. More wine is good. And it goes in the oven for 400 degrees. 10 minutes. You don't want to overcook the lobster. When you overcook any seafood, it's going to be very rubbery. So while the lobster is cooking in my oven, I'm going to make a very simple sauce, which I'm going to finish the lobster when it comes out, and it's going to be very delicious. When you make any kind of Spanish sauce, it's very simple. They actually appreciate being very simplicity. It's not more than 3-4 ingredients, but you got to actually maintain the technique and the integrity of the ingredients. I hate clarified butter, some olive oil. So actually, before I add my ingredients to the pan, I want to make sure the pan is smoking hot. And when I put the ingredients, it creates this caramelization which adds an umami flavor to your dish. So the pan is really hot. I'm just going to put some scallion, a few pieces of cherry tomatoes, a bit of garlic, and this is actually a Spanish romesco sauce. They make with roasted pepper and tomatoes and pine nuts, and you just grind it together. It's very simple as that. Just make some sauce like that. A few chilies. Salt. Some pepper. And some white wine. And your sauce is done. Always finish your sauce with a little bit of clarified butter, which gives you shininess and it makes it and deliciousness. And some scallion. That's it, pakabim. So by this time the lobster should be perfectly done, and voila. That's your lobster a la plancha. So as you can see, the lobster as is, it's done now. So I actually made a simple Spanish rice. It's called paella. So that's my paella rice. It's rice cooked with some herbs, the same ingredients. I'm going to put it in the center. Plate my lobster. And what I'm going to do with all this extra sauce, I'm going to add this to the finishing. Do a quick stir. I'm going to finish this. Finish some extra virgin olive oil. Some scallion. Fresh black pepper. In Spain, you don't eat a meal without wine. So today I'm going to match this with a nice Pinot Grigio, which has a very subtle flavor. It doesn't overpower your seafood ingredient. And there's no such thing as enough wine, so I'm going to fill it up to the rim. There you go. That's your lunch. Lobster a la plancha with a heirloom tomato white wine sauce and with a Pinot Grigio white wine. Finishing touch, I'm going to add a nice piece of lemon. Before you eat, you just squeeze it up and you will feel the umami. So thanks for joining us today. And lobster a la plancha is one of my closest recipe to my heart. It's a Spanish inspiration. Cooking lobster doesn't take that long. It takes only less than 15 minutes. You just have to keep your ingredients ready as I showed you. And I'm very sure that you will like it. And tell me about it. Tell me, how do you like this recipe?
Yo te traigo esta bomba puertorriqueña. Yo te la traigo de Cupey, de Vega Baja y de Santurce, de todas partes de Puerto Rico.